All right, what's up, Light 'em Up family? It's Joe here. I'm here with Tommy, and just wanted to. We're gonna do our Light 'em Up cigar stories. And Tommy, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're smoking.
Hey, welcome, light 'em up. This is Tommy Ciurro. My nickname is Gunsmoke. Right now, I'm smoking the EP Carrillo Dusk. If I can get that in there, it's a really good cigar. This is the 6x60. Um, let's see, I think I wrote it down. What is the? It's a dark Connecticut broadleaf wrapper over an Ecuadorian binder, and it has the Nicaraguan fillers. Some of the notes that I'm gaining from it, because right now I'm going into the second, third. I'm tasting a little bit of wood, a little bit of espresso, a little bit of dark chocolate. Um, I want to say there's a little berry, just a small hint of berry in it, but a really good cigar. Um, yeah.
Awesome. And I am smoking the Mikela. How do you pronounce it?
McKelliff.
McKelliff. All right, McKelliff. Actually, Tommy sent this to me, and this is the Ligero. And this is actually a really good stick so far. I'm getting notes of oak. The pepper is actually now starting to come through
Nice.
now. I'm getting oak, getting a little bit of pepper on the retro hail, getting some leather, and actually I'm getting a little bit of chocolate out of this as well. So,
Nice.
but great stick. I appreciate it, Tommy.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Um,
As
all right,
always.
so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Uh, so when did you start smoking cigars?
Interesting question. I had to think about that one for a little while. The I started back in probably about 1985, 1986, and the first it was a machine made was a Hava Tampa, and I think the biggest thing, I was in my younger days, middle school, going into high school, and I think it was chewing on the wood tip of it, and then from there, it just kind of changed into a different routine of cigars, and yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Um, what are your favorites? What are some of your favorite cigars and why?
And see, now that's a tough question right there, because it just keeps evolving. Especially being in this club right here, having the opportunity to see everybody's postings and everybody's what their tastings are, and then I go out to the brick and mortar and I'm grabbing all these different sticks. David Jones, it always hit me up with great sticks, and man, that's tough. But I, I still find myself with the Drew Estates Undercrown 10. I always thought I would break away from that, but now I had one the other day, yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I now I know why I really enjoy that stick. Their Liga Privada number 9.
It's a great
I
stick.
love I love that Ligero, that strong oomph in it. Let's see, Padilla, Ernesto Padilla cigars. That's the junior. He's what, the fourth generation. I like his cigars because he does involve AJ with his blends, but his blends seem to be more of a matured um, taste, or should I say, more of a matured level of smoking cigars. It would be one that I would think that some of his, I would think that folks like my grandfathers would smoke, and that they've been smoking for years and years, and smoking the Padillas gives me that kind of that aura with those cigars. I love his what is it? The Finest Hour with the Oscuro wrapper. Really dark, delicious espresso, dark chocolates. It's good. It's got a good blend in there. His 88. Waiting on one right now. And I told you I was gonna send you as soon as I get it. That's supposed to should arrive this coming week. What is it? To Whom the Bells Ring.
Okay.
It's a pre-release that's out there, and once I get a hold of it, I'll send it to you, and we'll do a pairing with it,
That sounds good.
um, with water, right?
No, I'll drink for that one.
All right, there we go. Was I said the background on that with what was it, with Metallica and good. It's going to be cool. I think it's going to be a good cigar.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, some of the other
Just to
ones.
let everybody know, I'm drinking water because I'm on a diet. So that's why he said that.
I'm drinking Yingling to take care of it for him. So I like the Brick House. Brick House is all, you know, the Maduros. For me, it's always a good go-to for a daily cigar. Same with the Perla de Mar. You know, which both of them are all J.C. Newman's. Punch. Punch has always been near and dear to my heart. You know, and that's
Me too.
my brother's fault. So I think the one of the reasons why I enjoy them the most is you can't match the earth flavor that those cigars produce. You know, take it to the Corojo and the Classico. No, you can't match what the earth flavor that's coming out of there.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe Oliva, good earth flavors, but there's a huge difference between the two. But I love Punch. Crown Heads.
Great cigar.
Man, I have become a huge fan of the Crown Heads. And I could never nail it down to which one I would say, hey, this is it. McAuliffe got a nice introduction to them last year, and they have a really good product. I mean, they're still new to the market, so you know, who knows what's about to come out of there. I like to see what they're going to be in about 10 years. So I think again, it's hard for me to really nail down, you know, even down to my top 5 now. It just keeps developing on a weekly basis, you know, because of everybody in the crowd here. You know, they
everything
show
I
something.
see, I
I'm
try.
like, what?
Yeah. I mean, every time I see something, when I tell you guys I'm going to try it. I do. I look for it and I try it. So, you know, just like the McAuliffe's, I saw Tommy posting about it. I was really wanting to try it. He sent me a couple, and I'm trying one tonight, and I'm really impressed with it. So, you know, definitely always evolving, and that's the best thing about cigars is, you know, you can never get tired of it if you don't smoke the same one all the time, right?
Exactly. It's a journey. You know, that's the
Exactly.
journey. You just can't settle for strictly one. You know,
Exactly.
I like
it. I'm normally you'll never see me smoke the same cigar twice in a week for sure. You know what I mean?
Right. I try to keep myself in that situation. I think it was a little more difficult for me because of my brick and mortar had closed on the on Fort Bliss, and so I had to go out there and go beyond my skin and check out what was out there. I finally found one, and I think what I like about them is that they have a killer line of all the boutique cigars, and I was like, okay. And then everything that David was posting, who else? Bryant up in, where's he at? He's in Oregon.
Yeah.
You know, the cigars that they were posting, I was like, yeah, I gotta go check those out, because I know that they were at this brick and mortar I go to. But yeah, man, it keeps evolving. It's
always. Now, who or what got you into cigars?
So back in that time frame, it was a little bit of two things. It was my older brother, Daniel, and George Burns. You know, back in those days, you know, the comedian, and he always. I got a kick out of him being, you know, young and seeing this old guy just spit out these jokes that I actually understood. You know, I was like, all right, this is cool. And he always had a cigar, and I just liked his swagger with it. I just thought, oh wow, you know. And then it became one of my mindsets. Yeah, I'm gonna be like George. I'm gonna live to be 100 and whatever, and keep smoking cigars.
That's awesome.
And then my brother, he left and went off to the Marine Corps and came back home, and he was into the Punch cigars, and that's where my liking with Punch came in place. got rid of the Habitampa wood tips and moved on to something else. And what was it? Trinidad. Trinidad was a big one for me in the younger years, going into was I graduated in '90, and a lot of the families I know back at home in that area uh, had Trinidad's, and so I
Yeah.
kind of grew into those. So it's
And
kind of a
Trinidad makes a great cigar.
yes, they do. Yes, they do. They sure do.
So you already kind of answered the next question, but did anyone in your family smoke cigars?
Of course, my brother
Yeah.
and got uncles, a lot of their friends. Uh, growing up, going up to Milwaukee to go visit them, they used to roll cigars in their basements or in their garages, and they all smoked them, smoked many different types. Had an uncle that ran a fur shop, and uh, he and one of the guys that worked for him always smoked cigars, and for me it was like, oh wow, you know. And of course I was too young, and my dad was like, yeah, no, you can't have that. Not yet. Like, you know what I've been doing since high school?
Yeah, right.
I was playing baseball and soccer, smoking cigars. But yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, Now, what do you appreciate most about the cigar life?
What do I appreciate most is being in a club like this, the camaraderie that grows on a daily basis. I've never met you face to face, and there's so many people. We're growing every day,
Yeah,
and we have something in common. And it doesn't matter, like we spoke before. It doesn't matter what you believe in or whatever your thought process is. We all come together and we enjoy this leaf, and this leaf is touched by hundreds of hands, and
exactly.
we respect it and we enjoy it, and it's an art, and and with the guys right now doing, learning how to do the rolling the cigars themselves
Yeah,
as a hobby, man, that's talk about appreciating the art of the cigar.
definitely.
It's those things that grab my attention, um and just being able to go anywhere and run into somebody that's smoking a cigar, and like, hey, what are you smoking? And it's fun.
Yeah,
You just meet somebody. It's not like the military where you're forced into a group of people, and all right, now we got to find out what our values are, what our worth is, and then build from that. No, the cigars, you go out and you run into somebody smoking a cigar, and it's a automatic bond that's built.
yeah.
So that's what I like and appreciate about this community.
And it's funny that you say that because today, well, I told you about the story last night about, or Friday night, we're all at the cigar militia smoking cigars, and guys from all walks of life, all different, you know,
Yep.
pay grades and who knows what, we're all sitting there talking and like you said, solving the world to
Mm-hmm.
us, we're solving the world's problems, having a great time. So, and
And
then we are,
we're solving them until
we are,
tomorrow.
we're having a good time.
Absolutely.
And then today I was driving down the road and it was funny because it was me and my son driving down the road and I see a guy talking to another guy in his front yard on the main road, and I see him put a cigar up to his mouth. Well, I automatically like cut my head. My son's like, "What's going on?" No, I said, "Just some dude smoking a cigar back." I'm looking for a new friend. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
right.
So you can't help but to notice it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's
Or
funny.
you smell it, the aroma.
Yes, exactly,
Can't,
exactly.
can't beat it. Can't
Yeah.
beat it.
Um. Now, do you have? You kind of already talked about this, but do you have a favorite cigar shop or lounge?
I do right now, and I uh, just gained them. It's the Vitola's Cigar and Whiskey, and it's in downtown El Paso. But the great thing about it is it's right across the street from the baseball stadium for the El Paso Chihuahuans minor league, and a lot of concerts play there. A lot of what is it? The El Paso Locomotive soccer team plays there. So they have a nice porch that you can just sit on, and you're looking right out onto
That's
first
cool.
base and see second base and a little bit of the outfield. Oh yeah, when I
That's awesome.
stepped up in there, I was like, yeah, "You won me." And then I went in there, yeah. And I went in there, and the owners there, Fernando and Mia, uh, nice married couple. They're go out of their way. I had mentioned it in one of my posts that the way that they treat you, the customer service is it's old school. It's old way of you are the customer. They will go out of their way to make sure you're comfortable, that you have a good understanding of what you're about to smoke, and what to pair it with or whatever. Have conversation with you. You know, don't pay $10 to park over there. I'll move my car over there, and you bring yours in my parking space. Spend your $10 in my cigar shop. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That to me was, and they went way out of their way to do it too. I was like, golly. So it's there's a diverse group of people in there. Uh, a nice bar, several different rooms to go sit in. You can read books. Sundays, people are in there reading books and stuff, and they have live music days. Sunday afternoons, they even have a live music scene going on for there. I'm pretty fortunate I found it,
Yeah,
and
that's
I hate
awesome.
that it took me this long to find it. So they've been there for 5 years. I've been here for 7. So
Yeah, hey,
yeah, that's my place
that's good. That's
for
good.
now.
Yeah.
Cigar Militia, watch out! I'm coming.
Well, we'll be happy to have you. Um, so any cool cigar stories or anyone you've smoked with or anything like that?
um, really no big stories there. I mean, anybody I smoke a cigar with, to me, that's a big story. Period. In my mindset and in my soul. Um, I guess you one that really particularly stands out in me. I was deployed in. I didn't have any cigars, but we've been breaching and clearing houses for a while. This is back during the surge, and it was a pretty rough month and all. But we got back onto a major fob, or a major base out there. We were going there to re-outfit, and I had to just go for a walk to clear my mind. And I happened to be walking around by the contractor side of the area, and there was an older gentleman there smoking a cigar, and I smelled it. I was like, "Oh, wow, that smells good." And so, hey, how you doing? He, come on over. And I cannot remember his name to save my life, but all I remember is he was from Tennessee, and Chip was his first name. So Chip from Tennessee invited me over there, and he opened up his humidor and gave me what was a Macanudo. It was Connecticut leaf. Not big on the Connecticut, but at that moment, I would have took anything.
Smoke
Shoot, he
anything
gave
you
me a
can.
half a Tampa, I would have been happy. And yeah, he gave me the cigar. We cut, lit up, and we had a conversation until it was time for me to go. Well, after that had happened, every time we went to that location, I would always go run and go see him. And you can get Cubans there like it's nothing, because well, you're in Iraq, and whether they're knockoffs or not, I don't know. At that time, I didn't know it was a cigar, but I'd go buy cigars. He's buying them. We'd sit there. I always go to Chip's location every time and sit down with him, smoke a cigar, and it cleared my head.
That's
And
awesome.
it brought that moment of not being a soldier in a war zone. It
Yeah.
brought that. It brought a nice, relaxing point that I needed in my life. So to me, that was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And again, cigars brought two guys together that are from two separate
Ex-
areas. You know what I mean? It's pretty
exactly.
awesome.
in Iraq.
Yeah, in Iraq of all places. Who would have thought? That's cool. Um, so if you could smoke with anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
I got three people.
Okay.
George Burns is one of them.
All right.
Definitely George Burns. Why? Because he's George Burns. How did he eat breakfast? Well, he would look in the newspaper in the obituary to see if his name was in there, and if it wasn't, of course, he ate breakfast. So that kind of swagger, I gotta go have a cigar
Yeah.
with. He's been my mentor of cigar smoking. The other two, my grandpa Joe and my grandpa Ivans. Grandpa Ivans was he was a a deputy inspector of police in Milwaukee back in 1965, and I would love to hear his stories and everything that they dealt with, back in that day. And I think it would be a really cool moment right now because I don't remember him as a little kid.
Yeah.
And then my grandpa Joe, also up in Milwaukee, he worked for Schlitz, retired from them after 33 years. And man, I would love to hear his stories too. So one side is Norwegian and the other side is straight from Sicily. So
Okay.
I would love to hear both sides of what life was like back then and up in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
It's a interesting time back then.
Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome. That is, I mean, same thing here. I've smoked with my grandfather, but it's been, he's been dead since, forever. But it's just one of those things of, uh, to get him back and to be able to do it again. You know what I mean? It would be
Absolutely,
pretty awesome.
absolutely.
So,
And at this age of our lives, to be able to hear their stories, the appreciation is a different level, and better respect for it.
yeah, definitely. You got that right. Anything else you want to add before we end this?
I all I can say is light them up. Yeah, I'm enjoying what everybody's posting. Keep posting and share your notes, and what strikes your boat. I love it. This club is by far the best club that I've ever come across, and keep doing what you're doing. Great pictures out there. Who's Quincy? Awesome pictures out there. Keep doing it. This is you're bringing a group together, and we're growing. And one of these days, I'm gonna get to meet everybody face to face. So I look forward to it. And thank you for sharing everything you guys do. Appreciate y'all. Light them up.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. And we appreciate you doing the interview with us. And hopefully everybody
Thank you for
enjoys it.
having me.
And just to let everybody know, we are going to do another contest giveaway. We're going to start it up probably in the next week. And I'll put out a post about it, let everybody know what it is. But I think we're going to do a post your favorite smoking hat. And I know a lot of us don't wear hats, but hey, if you don't wear a hat and you want to be in it, just kind of have a bad hair day like myself and put a hat on and take a picture with it. And so I, just something to have fun with it. And so do something like that. And also, we do have some new shirts that are being made, and I'm going to try to get those out, available for sale here soon. And we're just going to charge the cost of the shirt and shipping, not trying to make any money off of it. Just so that we get the name out there and you guys can wear them to your lounges, and we can get the name out and get more people involved. But we appreciate you guys, and like Tommy said, light them up. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.